Hi everyone, it's the Dream Medium, and this is a pick a card reading about why your relationship did not work out. So just go ahead and meditate and choose which card is calling out for you. You do have options 1, 2, and 3. And so you also have the red jasper, you have opalite, as well as amethyst. See you guys later. Hi Group 1, it's the Dream Medium and welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a pick a card, and this is about why did your relationship with the person you're dealing with not work out? Why did the connection not work out? Or even if it did work out, why was it so short? You know, why did it not last long? So typically how I do my readings, I like to do a past, present, and a future reading for you guys. And I will be pulling up your future cards once I'm done talking about your past and your present, okay? So looking at the Wheel of Fortune, and you also have the Knight of Cups, and as well as the Six of Swords. So what I'm intuitively feeling is that this relationship, I sort of feel like one person in the relationship felt as if they needed to be a savior to their partner. I'm almost feeling like one individual in this partnership, or what used to be a partnership, felt like they had to save another person, save who they were dealing with. And with the Wheel of Fortune card here, and just remember that the top 3 cards represents what happened in the past, the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like you felt as if it was your job and your duty, like you felt very responsible for the person that you were dealing with, and you almost felt like you had to take care of them, you had to nurture them, you had to, make them feel better. You had to save them from whatever they were going through. So perhaps the person that you were dealing with in the past may have went through certain traumas, probably have some, old wounds that they didn't heal, things from their past that they still hadn't let go of. That's how I'm feeling. And I feel like you saw this in this person, or this person probably opened up to you about why they are that way. And I almost feel like by them opening up to you about their scars and their old wounds and, trauma and just things that happened in their past, by them letting you know what happened to them, I feel like that made you feel as if you could change this person, as if you could help them. And I strongly believe that that is where everything sort of went down in the relationship, because you can only have so much influence on someone. At the end of the day, it is up to the individual to change for the better. You can't make someone do something that they don't want to do. And here with the Knight of Cups, I see this cup, I like this cup in your reading, because I'm feeling as if, I don't know why, I'm just getting that, like, you strongly felt like you could change this person, Group 1. And I'm seeing this Knight of Cup as this represents you. You extended your offer to this person. Sort of like, well, see what I can give you, see how much I can offer. Look at all these things that I can do for you. But just remember that in a relationship, it shouldn't be all about how much you can cater to someone. Okay? A relationship should be mutually a genuine love. So it's not like you shouldn't feel like you have to cater to someone in order for them to see your value or your love. You get what I'm saying? Like, it should just be a natural feeling. It's not something that you should have to work for in order to get this person to love you. I hope I'm making sense. And looking here, you have the Six of Swords. So I feel like the Six of Swords is confirmation that what I said previously about this person that you were dealing with had a lot of baggages that they hadn't let go of from the past. This person had been hurt so many times in the past, and I feel like that really did have an influence on the person that they were when you were dealing with them. But I sort of see you as coming into their life, wanting to change them, wanting to save them, like I've said previously. And the Six of Swords just represents that you are so willing to take care of this person and better this person, and you wanted to really be with this person even though you saw all these swords. You saw that you saw a lot of negatives in this person, yet you still continue to pursue them because you sort of felt bad and you really wanted to change this person. You really seem like a nurturer, perhaps an empath. And now looking here at your present, you do have the Seven of Wands, the World card, as well as the Nine of Swords. So the Seven of Wands to me represents, it seems as if this person, okay, you went through a lot of the struggles that you had to deal with because of this person. Basically, whatever the struggles were that you were dealing with, it was all coming from this person. It was all coming from your partner. It's like every problem, every issue that stemmed from the relationship was coming from their side. I'm not saying that, you're this perfect person and you never made mistakes in the relationship, but what I'm seeing is a lot of issues that took place in this relationship stemmed from this person. So this person was the one who was causing a lot of trouble. And also, the Seven of Wands sometimes can represent that you didn't have to deal with this struggle. It was unnecessary, yet you chose to take on this individual's problems because you wanted to help them so badly. So whatever their struggles were, you took on their struggle. And now, looking at the World card here, I'm honestly seeing the World card as defeat for you. I'm seeing that no matter how much you try to help this person, no matter how much you try to solve their own personal issues, it still didn't work out. You still couldn't change this person. With the World card here, I'm just looking at the World card and the Seven of Wands. What I'm strongly feeling is that, you got defeated. You couldn't change this person. And the World card here is just strongly telling me that you can't outsmart the universe. Basically, you can't outsmart the universe. You can't, if something's not meant to be, it's just not meant to be. That's what I'm trying to say. If this person doesn't want to change and better themselves, it is not your responsibility. And I feel like at the beginning, maybe you didn't see how tough it would be to change this person, to help this person, but towards the end, I feel like you had some type of understanding of how tough this person was, or perhaps just how damaged this person was, and there's not much that you can do to change them, but for some reason you kept on fighting. You kept on, because you love this person so much, you kept on trying to help them and nurture them. But the World card here is telling you, let it go. It's not your place. And you're never going to win against the universe. When the universe says, this is not for you, you can't change this person, this is just how this person is, you can't outsmart the universe. Okay, you can't. So when you sense that, man, this is just not for me, this is just not going to work out, like, you knew deep down that there's just nothing that you can do about this situation. This person's never going to change. And yet you kept on trying to fight for them and change them and change them. And this World card here is just saying, no, at this point, you're just wasting your time. It's not going to happen. The universe knows what's best for you and what's best for that person. So if something's not meant to be, don't waste your time and keep on fighting, unnecessary battles. Like I said about the seven of wands, the struggles and the problems that you try to so badly overcome and defeat in your connection with this person, those are struggles that you shouldn't have even had to deal with, because it wasn't coming from you. Like I said, a lot of the issues in the relationship was coming from this person. But you tried so hard to take on their baggages and take on their battles when, it was never meant for you to fight. And now looking at the Nine of Swords, this clearly represents a sense of defeat. The Nine of Swords depicts a person who is mentally conflicted, someone who is hurt, someone who can't fall asleep at night because there's so much going on in their mind. They can't stop regretting, they can't stop thinking about what went wrong, what they should have done or could have done. The Nine of Swords is simply mental torment. And I feel like, and just remember that these three cards in the middle does represent what's going on presently in your life, in your love life. And so perhaps this defeat happened recently. And, you're still trying to heal from it. You're still trying to process it. And I feel like you're still not letting this situation go. You're still thinking about what you could have done. What you could have done to make the relationship work. What you could have done to help better this person. Look, whatever issues this person has, they had it long before you even met them. So why feel like you're responsible to suddenly change them? You can't change anyone who doesn't. Change comes from within. You can't change someone who doesn't want to be changed. You can help change them, you can influence them, but if it's not working, they're not listening to you, you don't see any progression, then there's really not much that you can do. And you honestly seem like a very empathetic person, and you have to learn how to protect yourself from people like this individual that you dealt with, because people like this person who you dealt with in the past, they can literally suck all the energy and drain all the happiness from in you. Because I'm also seeing that you and this person were very, very opposite. Perhaps this person, yes, this person, I see that this person is actually very dark in a way, and maybe sometimes it's hard to see how dark they are until you really get close to them. But for you, I really feel like you're just very empathetic, very optimistic. Clearly you're very optimistic and you're very persistent because you just wanted to help this person so badly. But you have to know when to stop. And now I'm just going to show you, I'm going to take away your past cards and show you just your present. So this was your present that we just got done reading. And now this is your future. So the bottom 3 cards represent your future. And you do have the 2 of Cups, as well as the 8 of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. So, interesting that you have the 2 of Cups here. So, with the 2 of Cups here, I'm not seeing this as a reunion between you and this person. I'm actually seeing the 2 of Cups as like I've said plenty of times, you know, you do seem like a very persistent person, but this 2 of Cups here, yes, it does symbolize passion within a partnership, but so I'm gonna ask for clarity on the 2 of Cups because I'm really not seeing the 2 of Cups as a representation of you and this person. Holy Spirit, clarify the 2 of Cups. Ooh, so I did ask for some clarity on the 2 of Cups because, like I said, I didn't see this as this person is trying to come back in your future, but you got the Chariot, and so I'm seeing this as the passion, the motivation, the perseverance that you once had in this relationship with this person, the passion that you once had to change this person, to help better this person. You're now taking all of that passion, all of that motivation, all of that energy, and you're putting it into yourself. It's almost like in the future, I can see you. This is beautiful. You're moving on. You're definitely moving on. And like I said, how you're going to take all that energy that you're putting into trying to change someone who didn't want to be changed, someone who needs to learn how to fight their own battles, how to defeat their own demons. You're going to take that energy and now it's all about you. I see you rebuilding yourself. And you have the Eight of Pentacles. So your hard work that you're putting to building yourself, you're going to be rewarded. And you're going to be very, very serious about building yourself up again. Pentacles represents success, abundance. And I'm glad that you finally focused on yourself and you realized that, you know, you shouldn't have to take care of someone in a relationship. You guys are both adults, you're both grown. What about you? Think about yourself. And I feel like a lot of empaths, a lot of people who are more emotional, more understanding, empathetic, I feel like they have a tendency of forgetting about themselves, forgetting to cater to their own selves, nurture their own selves, because they're so used to nurturing other people, if that makes sense. But you can't forget about yourself. Okay? And with this Queen of Swords here, I'm not seeing this as anything negative. I'm seeing this Queen of Swords as you're no longer going to allow yourself to be used and abused. It's sort of like you're going to become a no-nonsense type of person. You're not going to put up with people's BS. You're not going to allow people to manipulate you. You're no longer going to pity people. I don't see you losing that nurturing trait that you have, but I see you being picky as to who you're going to nurture. So back to the main question of this reading, why did the relationship not work out between you and this person, is because, you know, the dynamic of the relationship was imbalanced. You felt like you could change this person. You can't change anyone, okay? Don't ever forget that. Is you can help people better themselves, yes. But if this is an internal mental conflict that this person is dealing with, you know, there's only so much that you can do to change them. You can help them, you can influence them to overcome whatever the issue is. But if they're not willing to change, you have your own life to live as well. Don't forget about yourself, because at the end of the day, the only person you have is you. You know, you're responsible for your own self. I hope my reading made sense to you. You know, sometimes when I'm getting so much from the card, so many messages from the card, it can be very hard for me to express what I'm feeling and what the card's telling me. So if you do have any questions about your reading, group 1, feel free to comment, and I will elaborate. I will clarify for you. But, you know, simply the relationship just didn't work out because you were trying, and it's not your fault at all. It's just this person just wasn't on the same page. So thank you guys so much, group 1, for watching, and I will be posting a lot more videos, okay? I do post quite frequently, so please do like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Hi group 2, it's the Dream Medium, and this pick a card reading is about why did your relationship not work out? And so how I typically do my readings is I like to do a past, present, and future reading. And so once I'm done talking about your past and your present, I will be pulling up your future cards, okay? So looking at the top 3 cards, these cards represent what happened in your past with this person that you dealt with. And you have the Judgment card, you have the Devil card, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. So the first thing that jumps out to me is that your relationship with this person was never supposed to begin in the first place. And I know that's very harsh and abrupt to hear, but that's just what the cards are telling me, and that's what I'm sensing strongly, that, you know, this relationship was rocky from the very beginning, but for some reason, either you or the person that you dealt with prolonged this relationship that, like I said before, was never supposed to start. It was never meant to be from the very beginning. And I can't help but to say that there were also many red flags at the very beginning, yet those red flags were ignored. Okay? This is a relationship that it was just never supposed to begin with in the first place. And I almost feel like, even though this is a hard message to hear, I'm pretty sure that you've realized that as well. You've realized that you should have put an end to the relationship from the very beginning. Okay? And because of the Judgment card here and the Devil card following the Judgment card, this was a very toxic relationship. It was this relationship never had a good foundation. How are you supposed to build a relationship that doesn't even have a foundation? How can you build a house without starting a foundation? You know what I'm saying? And if you do start a foundation, but the foundation isn't strong enough, the house will eventually crumble down. Okay? And what I'm seeing is, whatever judgments you made about this relationship with this person that you dealt with, I am strongly feeling that it wasn't a good judgment. Okay? It wasn't a good judgment, and you don't seem to be, I'm sensing that you're the type of person who actually, you typically do make good decisions, but it was just something about this person where you couldn't end it with them. And I'm wondering why, because like I said, I mean, it seems like right when you met this person, the relationship didn't last very long for you to see that this was a toxic relationship. So what I'm saying is, let's say this was like, you know, a couple months into getting to know this person, maybe 2-3 months into getting to know this person, and then you start to see their true color. You started to see the red flags, and 2 to 3 months in a relationship it's not a long time. So you could have easily left. And of course, it doesn't have to be exactly 2 to 3 months, but I'm just giving an example, because what I'm trying to say is, you know, you didn't build a long, the connection wasn't very long. You saw the red flags at the very beginning of getting to know this person, so you could have easily exited You know? It's not like you knew this person for a long time and it was hard to leave. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. And the devil card in your reading, it can symbolize a variety of things, but in your reading specifically, the devil card represents, like I keep on saying, toxicity. This is a connection that was very draining, a connection that made you do a lot of things that you typically don't do. It brought out the really nasty side of you. And here with the Wheel of Fortune, you know, the Wheel of Fortune just gives me confirmation that this was just never supposed to happen in the first place. I'm also getting that this was just supposed to be a short lesson for you, a short experience for you. But you prolonged a toxic relationship because either one of you didn't want to end it. And just remember that the roles can be reversed. This can be you, this can be the other person, because I know cross watchers do watch my reading. And so let's take a look at your present cards. You have the King of Wands, you have the Seven of Wands, and the World card. So presently, I'm still seeing you wanting to give this relationship another chance. But my question to you is, how many times do you need to get hurt by this person? How much more time do you want to waste on something that was never supposed to begin with in the first place? Because with the King of Wands, you've made a decision to continue to pursue this person and prolong this toxic relationship. And you're standing by it, no matter what you're telling yourself that you're, wanting to get over them or you're trying to move on. No, you are still very much optimistic about continuing this relationship. And with the Seven of Wands here, I'm seeing that you're willingly choosing to dive into toxicity that you don't need to be in. You can easily choose to turn your back to this entire situation, heal yourself, and move on. But you're very stubborn. You're very persistent. And the World card right here, the World card here is just saying that you're going to be defeated. Because when the universe says that something's not meant to be, this is not your person, this is not who you're supposed to be with, there is someone out there for you and this person isn't, yet you keep on trying to fight it and go back to something that never did work out for you. The universe is saying, you're about to be defeated very soon. The universe is going to come in and put a stop to this. Like I said in my previous reading, I had this card too. It's a very similar situation. And I said, you can't outsmart the universe. You know what I'm saying? It's the universe. You can't outsmart it. And one thing that I know is, if you're not willingly going to back down and the universe has to force you to do so for your own good, it's going to be very harsh. And there's going to be a lot of heartbreak. You're going to have to learn the hard way, basically, because you're unwilling to let this situation go. If something's not meant to be, you can't force it, or else you will keep on hurting yourself. So I'm going to show you. Actually, let me just take away your past and I'll leave up your present, okay? So this was your present that I just read. Sorry. Now I'm going to show you your future. So in your future cards, you have the Chariot, you have the Three of Swords. Wow. Interesting. And you also have the Four of Swords here, but I'm looking at this Chariot card. So this Chariot card here, followed by the Three of Swords and then the Four of Swords. Oh. So with the Chariot card here, followed by the Three of Swords and the Four of Swords. Oh my gosh, you are a very persistent person. Very, very stubborn. Because I'm seeing that even in the future, you're going to keep on wanting to pursue this situation in the future. You're doing it presently, and in the future you're going to be doing that as well. And like what I just said previously about the World card, where you can't outsmart the universe. If something's not good for you and it's not meant to be, the universe is going to take it out of your life some way, somehow, if you're unwilling to do it yourself. And with this Chariot card here, it just pretty much confirms what I said about your present, because I do see you continuing your journey to either, I'm not sure if you're still talking to this person, still trying to fix it with this person, but you're trying to go back to this person. And like I said, when the universe steps in and teaches you a lesson, it's going to be very harsh. And I see here with the Three of Swords and the Four of Swords, there's going to be heavy, heavy heartbreak. Okay? And yes, the Three of Swords can represent a third party situation. It can. Honestly, I'm not sensing that though. I'm more of sensing that this is how much the heartbreak is going to feel. You're not going to be stabbed in the heart once, not twice, but 3 times. That's a lot of pain in the heart. And with this Four of Swords here, I see you hurting for a really, really long time because of this. There's only so much that you can put up with. There's only so many times that you can go back to the past and get hurt. You can only get hurt so many times until you're drained. So, to simply answer your question, why did your relationship not work out, is because it wasn't supposed to begin in the first place. It was supposed to be a short lesson, a short experience to prepare you for your real, true relationship. But you got caught up in the toxicity and prolonged something that was supposed to be very short. That was supposed to be a quick lesson learned. And I really hope that you take my reading into consideration for your next decision, because I don't want you to go through this. So, thank you so much, Group 2, for watching my reading, and stay tuned because I do post frequently, and I'll see you guys later. Hi Group 3, it's the Dream Medium, and today I'm going to be doing a pick a card reading, and this is about why your relationship didn't work out. So typically how I do my readings is I like to do a past, present, and a future spread. So once I'm done talking about your past and your present, I will be pulling up your future card so we can talk about what is going to happen, okay? So looking at your past, which are the three top cards, you do have the Hangman, the Magician, and the Knight of Cups. So what I'm sensing is this is actually a relationship that, took off with two people who mutually felt the same about each other. I'm not seeing that this was one-sided, at least at the very beginning. I'm seeing that this relationship, the two of you definitely put in an effort and really did want to be together. So there was a mutual love between you guys. But I'm also seeing that here with the Hangman, perhaps this is not a relationship that took off quickly. Perhaps maybe y'all were friends first. Maybe this is a relationship where you both had to make a decision and it took a while to decide if you guys did want to come together. But despite that, I do see that you both did mutually want to be together. So looking at your present, you have the Sun card, you have the Fool, and you have the Ten of Swords. So what I'm seeing here is, like I said previously in the past, both of you guys did want to be together. I'm not saying that this was a relationship that was one-sided. And at the very beginning, things went very smoothly. There was happiness. And I'm also sensing that although you did experience heartbreak, this came right after your happiness with this person. So perhaps you got heartbroken recently, as in things were going smoothly, you were happy to be with this person, and then everything just flipped and something caused a lot of pain. You had the Ten of Swords. Someone stabbed you not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 10 times in the back. That's a lot of pain to bear. And here with the Fool card, I'm sensing that this person, the Fool card, when I was reviewing your reading before starting the video, I was caught off guard because of the Fool card, and so I asked for a clarification, and I got the Knight of Pentacles to clarify the Fool card. And I'm not sure why, but I'm sensing that, this person that you dealt with may have been very materialistic. Like, this is someone who was never satisfied, even if they did have enough of something. They were still never satisfied, and they were always looking for something new outside of the relationship, excuse me. So with this Knight of Pentacles here, I'm getting that this person with this Fool card, I'm guessing that this person made a decision that caused what was once, happiness turn into heartbreak and tragedy because of something that this person did. And this could be you, this could be the person that you dealt with. The roles can be reversed, okay? But I'm seeing that someone in the relationship, they made a really bad decision, and this decision stemmed from them never being satisfied and looking for happiness outside of the relationship. Perhaps this person that you dealt with chose to be with someone else who they felt like could make them happier, could give them even more than what you were giving them. Perhaps this person accepted an offer from someone else. This person took whatever this outside person was offering the person that you're dealing with. They chose them because they felt like their life could be better with that other person. Which is probably why I previously said that I strongly felt like you were dealing with someone who was just never satisfied and always looking for something bigger and better. And you have the Ten of Swords here, and obviously this caused you a lot of pain, because I'm really sensing that this person decided to look somewhere else because they wanted something bigger and better. They took another offer to be with someone else. This is not someone who you would want to be with anyways, so it's their loss. And so I'm just going to take away the past spread for you so that I'll have room to show you your future. So this was your present. This is your future. So in your future spread, you have the Death card. You also have the Eight of Swords. And you have the Ace of Swords. So the death card in your reading, to me, is in the future you're definitely going to be moving on from this person, which is excellent. Because why go back to a person who left you for someone else? And this person will get their karma. Because this person thought the grass was greener on the other side, and it wasn't. I also want to say that I feel like this person is going to feel this way too. The same way that they left you feeling like 10 swords, they stabbed you with 10 swords in the back. Eventually, they're going to feel this way as well when they realize that the grass wasn't greener on the other side. When they realize that that offer that they took from someone else wasn't as golden and shiny and amazing as they thought it was. They thought that that person's offer was bigger and better than yours, than what you had been already offering them. This person is very hard to please and very greedy. And with this Death card here in your future spread, you're definitely going to be moving on and turning your back on this person and this entire situation. but I still feel like there's going to be some lingering sense of heartbreak, a lingering sense of, you know, finding it hard to trust people because of what this person did. But just remember that with the Eight of Swords here, you're not stuck and you're able to free yourself. Okay? This person, if you look closely, this person is not as restricted as they think they are. They may be blindfolded and tied, but the rope isn't very tight on them. And the swords here, they're, you know, it's very easy to either walk between the swords, kick the swords down. The swords aren't really surrounding this person, so this person can easily escape. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's definitely possible to heal and move on from what this person did to you. And like I said, this Ace of Swords just confirms what I said about, you know, this lingering sense of cautiousness and hard to trust people because of the situation that you went through. Therefore, with the Ace of Swords, you're going to have higher standards as to who you're going to give yourself to. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you're going to make sure that whoever your next lover is, that they're going to be worth your time. But just make sure that you don't allow this person to turn you bitter. Learn to trust people again, and don't be too harsh on the next person that comes in your life. Okay, just because someone else from your past treated you wrong doesn't mean the next person is. So you shouldn't be too tough on the next person that comes in your life, okay? You can only learn from your experiences, but don't let it bitter you. So group 3, thank you so much for watching my videos. I do post frequently, so stay tuned and I will see you guys later, okay?